Independence Day and call Enfama Kumasi Online TV. Thick TV and our face on Friends of Ken TV Ashefonyina and net Chedi Amponyanko Powadaruma Ghana. Yenya 69 good years, in fact. Minim se Kwame Nkrumah baby biada owo bia minim so ye so proud onye proud nso minim se ya de na raho esa se kodin wo kunye ede ma ye man Ghana se anka empenifo a wo mo beba after wo no beba bedi o man Ghana anim no wo mo beka ne emesisie ni beka ne ma bobom di amaye na hwebusia from 1957 na Ghana ye geni independence besi nde ya de ko wanko baby ye jira no ehorba ene ye jira mpa ne ye bosre se ye man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne 3 years aka wonanimi ene mapa on fandom ya mine na in fact Ghana ye brankasa ahokyere no yade a kyese adokro yankasa ye pia kura buhua empianti ye se ye mampeni se de ono aka se ba wa ba no be reset Ghana no wonka ne emesisi ne ye mfama yen na ye man Ghana no so no on reset emfa emayen meda obi bia da semu ada ne de nyina moje brebe hwansampa na ya sewa me betina video manim se de beso mo se shoulder djumede minim se enne day no eyade amohoye enefiada matena sesu de na mo amaniti asensem no mabone bede ankasa midi ni nyina no eba beso mo se shoulder djumede ntima share subscribe to the channel ma me thumbs up ewo honom na wo video yi so ema wonu ebi ka che obi foforo se ya se wo ba kukuduro fo ba no nso hwe no enefiada nso watena se a chese holiday edition ankasa wode eba besum ye nyina na se de da ne de nyina me ne mo asudi no metuja no wahanum say ya na watu woso de e de afa comment section asenso e de amaye enenso ene eye boso me ba ko pepepepepe just o my Ghana ye Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan na ne nkrofo a wo mo dona wo mo hwa se de o my Ghana baby e pia ko ne baby e keka koi enya de e betumi aboa wo mo ti de base de besi honom se sa base we eye Ghana fo ye boaboa ye ho nyina no na ya hwe akofa leader wo ye kukuduo ni leader wanting to show friend to form sanfa ne cheche man for that is a compare ko in Japan so obeba be lead party na said ye 2028 general election ye be hu nanim e wo krata so ne ye kokromoti ne nso no etim so ede ama ye the base wo be mampeni e wo kromanti said ye na akwakwa ye Independence Day no enne pepepe so ena ye bo so me ba ko a the base ye te ye no aba atenase na said ye last week Sunday enipa bodom pema abusia na wo nyina ni abedi a wo so wo ba register the base in fact me hu nipa dom na nam say in fact sisi ane de Ghana for ye ni ate Ghana for ye ni abie Ghana for ye tenase adwinhu ehunu say ya mia ye ni na ya mpe kukuduo ni bi no ama medu o man Ghana so ni ye kwaso akrokro the New Patriotic Party any National Democratic Congress na in fact ye ne beba ye ho so no na wo mo de sis adane ye nine dane de nyina me kan na me nya ka so de biara da Ghana nyame ndi ya bro ebusia nyame ndi ya bro share so se etwa ye ho ehia nanso ye computer ene de emre bi etwa me nyama pani bi ma ne be ka kira ye se ye ti sika so na so komede ye o bana na ya adwe ye so e bia se ye ba pei na owo opposition na no kasa ne ade de ne ba wo ba nyina no wo ba be boa na ka Ghana fo ya fo ye ntuma pe frɛ bu se ba wo ba ne mpono wo ba be wie ye nkodwo tanu mienu na ndc so ba ya wo mo se ba wo mo so ma ba nyina no wo mo ba be reset Ghana ebusia Ghana stands to baby ayetim no ehono ma ena yetim djuma ko bia da Roma ena brane abra bia mtumi betena video manim se di shoulder djumedie no ebesom mo eye Lionage Clinic GH wo mo se yade bia da so dia aye koanko wa abushia enkosia ga brabe hu wo mo ebibidu ebetumi etu yade ne nyina se edi afri honum Obi Juma Mondays, Egosi Saturdays, at about 8 a.m. Egosi Number 6 p.m. Branches Nisuya Nunkra Mantse, no more sprinters, and a Kwasi and a idea one more tech maximum. Baby, I will be ano, a bow pomade once and some dear. Brabe Lionage Clinic GH4, now one more Emma will dribble to me a boa one casa 055965840 and as 05581434338. Of friend number Simubia Mabo Boswa, Lionage Clinic GH in Penny for one more. mo ebeje ososonko ene fiada so de communicators ebeba betena seneja ya twetwe enkomo ede afaye man ho na me a metire dwem ede djubedi so asom medin ene nana ya sewa ebusia ye tufa na yakọ ensem ne mu dia eye rafanyoma kesa abre ya menemo kase ye ne eye holiday yi wo dade ne so na suma ye fen na sumpa no emu ndwene kra akwa remember say eye da ye mampani at the State of the Nation address ebesom ye no eye minority leader wo no eye Alexander Afenyoma kese wojina simpie so ekeka ensem bia chesa sansema wo kan ye nyina no NDC amanyoko that is the majority ene ye interior minister Muntaka wo hu ne say ya de achese Afenyoma kese disrespecting ye papa ya ha wo kroma de ya de achese bushia ye kosho na no da kresa stampede si ye amafo no mo prese ko me ba be se esoja fo atade bia ha nti eye Afenyoma kese ene wojina simpie so no wakasa na ne kasa ye ne mu anu obe make allegations bi say ya de achese wona wo mo pre se wo mo ebeba be ye police o soja o custom o immigration o uniform wo ba no ba be shebi eniema bi ekoso wo hono ma achese eye portals adane de nyina ya no omu bie internet amafo kwa wo mo kwa fele no kra ne ene test bi a wo mo choice ya friend aptitude test sa niema na ekoso ni ade nyina no chese contract ne ye dia mobi na katashe ni je ne proye busua according to Afenyoma case ekoso wo honom no in fact enya asem ketwa enye easy amafu diga na fo abronkasa na wakeka sa ni sem wie ya eno sande ba betwem se eye interior minister mpo eye Muntaka wo ye niema bi wo suma se echese sa niema na wo ye no enya de ebeboa wakanya na Muntaka so sole ye no ka kire speaker of parliament say asema Alexander Afenyoma kinsikike nyina no ade no kura bi anim ensema wo ka nyina no ade just wo try so obegu NDC aban nanim ase enama no so nti no wo mo ye ya senka Alexander Afenyoma case wo mo de na kwakopie mu privilege committee na privilege committee issue your committee bia say one now MPs are one more parliament house no say wo bi ye bibi a chasade ne nya ne ye de nipa court say de yeko senior high school a ye wo DC disciplinary committee a wo ye bibi boni a ne abodi a ne na ya sewa ye so the phone abe school nti no kofra ma me bra kofra papa bia kotere fie 2 weeks no ha ukopie mo parliament house a wo mo so de wo honom privilege committee na ye ka say Afenyoma kinse ye do ko privilege committee ye nim na wa akogina akoyi nsema no ho na Afenyoma kinse gina ne national so oh you know what I know minim dia wonim dia minim na minim dia ekoso ne ade me metena ha mbedwo manum me kasa bibia na sese me begu obi anim ase but ade na ekoso no minim yenim ene okan ya na jese ene Muntaka wono so ne bufu ye ba na no awawade bi asi ensa foforo bi ababa before that no measure so obeka me ho ne yakọ na yakọ akotie eye Alexander Afenyoma kensa wo ka kire Muntaka say you know what we know minum enu bibi kwosho ewo interior sector hono ma minum enu yenim hu bi no yentie sa asem no enfamra sisia.
Concerns raised by the Honorable Minister of Interior yesterday. Mr. Speaker, we've had sufficient discussion on this matter, and I would want to state categorically that contrary to the impression he had, that I specifically made allegations against him which injures his reputation, Mr. Speaker, I would not do that specifically to hurt him or his ministry. And if, Mr. Speaker, the text, Honorable Minister of Interior, I'm not too sure you want us to deal with this matter. I'm not too sure. Because you and I know what we know. I repeat, Honorable Minister of Interior, I am not too sure you want us to pursue this matter. I repeat, because you and I know what we know. Mr. Speaker, Oh, you think so? Be careful. I am applying a lot of wisdom, if you don't know, because we are dealing with governance. So please, Mr. Speaker, I have heard the majority leader and what, according to him, he discussed with my colleague Habib. Indeed, Honorable Habib tried reaching out. Because I was in a meeting, I just texted him. But if in his wisdom, from what he said, there was a need for me to even be at conclave, then I would be further fortified by my request to you that let us go to conclave. Mr. Speaker, if however, there is no need for us to discuss this matter, Mr. Speaker, as you said, let the referral be made. Let there be a public hearing. Let Afenyo Markin, who these days is seen as perhaps, according to the allegation, I'm saying something which is untruthful and all that, and because of that, it is a breach of parliamentary privilege. Mr. Speaker, you have the wisdom to exercise a discretion.
Alexander Fenyoma Kensa were minority leader. Any equity and Samba, and into that time, ready a Bama Kukudro for Wajina Simpia so still will repeat it as some now or Kayano, when him dear were Kayana once a son and the Biarada. In 10 years, some the Nebako a year privilege committee, I won't cry up a public hearing. Yemi and two now one can be Biada or not for your markets. Or Nim say, a yadia say, ye be a porter to Tum say, well, we need you home. So the Bible says, so for uniform, police for the custom for the immigration for the any idea sa aptitude test a wo mo chiro no. In fact, any amaboni bi kwosho wo honom and interior minister wono so the position na just kita no just a contract bi abusua eshu ni ade no ne nyina ne ye niema entumi emboa ye man na Fenyoma case de wo obi a wakasa Ghana fo bebire na boje ne so osan he ne be ma kukudurofo be ma just wo ka no kra be ma wo ye bold be ma wo nsuro hwe ebitumi ka say MPP amanyoko anka modi Fenyoma case kra ba so wo magina party nanim kra anka 2028 impono wo meto abade amane sanse wo mu ne say oye presidential material enam sede wo gina ka no kra wo ka asem abusua once sana no afidi ya kwada so de ya Alexander Fenyoma kin skro ya na wo gina tumi de nsa bo ne bo e ka se minim de minim wo ya we se me ya we wo pe kra ye nkwa public hearing monto san friends am chofo nyina mbegu om form cameras ne wo microphone ni message so na meka no kra no ene Alexander Fenyoma kin be ma yemre be ma so sere muntaka nkasa muntaka fa ne bo ne nche no bibi bia da wo ka ye bia no onim se wanka ne ye no wan sheda se wo gu muntaka nanim asinto onde opa muntaka chew kotodwe gu form and sadansa yem muntaka ehwehwe di amponyankopo wanim onhwe ala anim na wonfo nanim to fasting kura na agese wo ye no na wonfo wo no Fenyoma case ne form so enche no na emre eko nanim no bifansa no beba abonte beba beka bibia no beda hwunie so na wadwenwu mienu ansa na wo ba beka yenkwe ne asa so nkotie ya Alexander Fenyoma case nani abedi a wo pachew osre interior minister muntaka se onfa ne boni nyina no emfa no yentie sansem no so emfamra sisia.
Concerns raised by the Honorable Minister of Interior yesterday. Mr. Speaker, we've had sufficient discussion on this matter, and I would want to state categorically that contrary to the impression he had, that I specifically made allegations against him which injures his reputation, Mr. Speaker, I would not do that specifically to hurt him or his ministry. And if, Mr. Speaker, the text of my concerns reflected so, it is hereby accordingly withdrawn. And, Mr. Speaker, as colleagues, when a member feels strongly about a statement which is unintended, the right thing to do is to withdraw and apologize to him. Mr. Speaker, I proceed to do so, and to assure him that concerns that would arise out of any matter shall be properly be brought to his attention. But on this matter, as I've said before, I will repeat it for Hansa, that anything related to him or his ministry is withdrawn. And again, apologies to him. Mr. Speaker, that's it. I leave matters to rest.
Yes, Honorable Minister for Interior, you've heard the minority.
Enti abusia fanya no wasanso apachew waso osre honorable Muntaka asama waka ya wanka ne ye bia no osre na wanfa nche na wanhye da se wogu nanim ase anase waka bibi e de etia no wo se de Muntaka react kra ma no hu so in fact wanya de nti we de osre Muntaka nkasa Muntaka emfa nche no na wapachew wie ya na Muntaka so pagya ne sa no ose ya Mr. Speaker ensem de bi hyemebu ankasa ensem de mi wo bi ka mpenifo a wɔn te parliament house nyinaa no obi e no honom a wɔba parliament house eche me Muntaka me ye kakra me na me ye wɔn class captain me ba parliament house ache ye papa me tegana mrase se bibi koye ya me meka bibi nkoye nso a me meka but on to me nhwe se de wonye ye de wonim ho hwe na afanyo markings or the kokoti ene gagai e de egu nanim asasa keke wo so ono enam se wode ne yefu na to hono mabusua wo bompa ye se Allah emfa ne bani nyina nche no na nhira bia de safata ono Muntaka bia no wonfa mani nti no or the afanyo markings boni ache no but afanyo markings onko na sa mistake no ema ni repeat biom yenkwe na yenkoti honorable Muntaka ne nsemo no so di tudwa no emfamra sisia.
Mr. Speaker, it is painful to be wrongly accused or your action to be misconstrued and be labeled differently from the intention that you have, especially when it's connoted with criminality and heavy wrongdoing. Mr. Speaker, I've had a great privilege of serving in leadership in this House, probably with a greater respect and with all humility to my colleagues. For those of us sitting in the chamber now, I have served in leadership longer than anybody, and I'll be the last to thwart efforts of leadership in trying to help run this House, except to say that, colleagues, remember most of the times I keep saying, please, let's respect each other. I will be the first to always say that fight for the right thing to be done. Make sure that wrong things are not done. But let's not do it as though we intend to destroy each other. I am heavily hurt and heavily worried. But who am I to say that if a colleague acts using the same spot or the same microphone in the same chamber now comes back to say he has withdrawn and is apologizing? Who am I to say that I'm going to play God and I will not accept it? I accept it wholeheartedly, and I pray that this guides all of us, myself, the hardworking service commanders that I have, the hard-working staff at the ministry for us to continue to do the right thing, and to also assure the minority leader and the minority and the whole House that if there are anything that they think needs our attention, we'll be more than happy to look at them and address them. But I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, because even if we go to privileges and a member that you are referring to privileges goes there to say that I'm sorry for all that I've said, it ends the matter. So if leadership in your wisdom and in the wisdom of the minority leader apologizes and withdraws, who am I to say I will not accept? My only plea, Mr. Speaker, is that if it is possible to expound that from our records, that will be most useful, so that we expound it from our records so that it's like it never existed. And if the debate or the comment made yesterday in any way was also hardship and the House decided that both or all that should be expanded, I think that may do all of us a lot of good. I thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Honourable members, following the retraction and apology by the minority leader of those statements made during the State of the Nation address, and also following the acceptance by the Minister of Interior, I would order that the referral to the Privileges and Immunities Committee for examination, inquiry, and reports is accordingly withdrawn. I will further direct that those words complained about said by the minority leader and complained about by the minority leader is accordingly ordered to be expunged from the record as if it does not exist.
Ebusia muntaka enono nti muntaka se sedi afenwa pacho widie wejemu manaka nempo no so wakase wo chini mi se so na enko privilege committee enim kura afenwa ne nya retract apacho dada nti na cop privilege committee kura nima afenwa sa wakase o mapacho dada case no kura besa ye foolish case nti on de ade ewom se yasa ade a wonye ya ade a wonnim ho hwe na obi ebegina parliamenters cameras go microphone se twa ho no me hia be make allegation bi say e de etia no ya but ebusia wasu ejemu manaka na wenu na Dr. Mary Ewusi a wono CEO the Ghana Free Zones Authority wode nanu atum bi no obeka say afanyoma case waye kuntan wa parliamenters ni nyina no bibi na ekoso ni nyina no efa abatwa MPP amanyokuo no wo mkoto ya wo mkoyi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye nyina ye nim sa results ba ye no na wukopie mu afanyoma case no constituency that is efutu ukopie mu ewo hono ma chese sedie amanfo na se delegate wo honom no wo moto aba no ma ye Kennedy akompre ko yin Japan no na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne hu kani Semira Bawumia wo mo atena se ehu se da bia afanyoma ke so do ma dwi na edi agro enti de afanyoma ke se ye ne de wo ka ne de wo cheche nyina no opekwan bia wo be fa so a obe prove akire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne hu kani Semira Bawumia se migushwa ya MPP ni migushwa tamuchi na wakasa kura dia fabra na MPs no ekoba omiafie akwa congratulate no wose afanyoma kizimpo no anyawe afanyoma kiz tese ye create group bi ma ye yi ni kura free mu nti wo mu kwa akotia no na minority enyawe minority leader no nimpo na wo bi na fa phone frɛ no ɛne wo ka kyɛ ne sɛ menya ne nti yɛ minority foi wo mu ba no ma ba be chie ba omia na ne ebuhwe yɛ so wo san na ne mpabo ɛhyɛ ne na ne wo die mirika ena hu okopie mu honom na saa time no yesi eniema bi abusua keka ko ye ne ade nyina no at the end of the day no yesu po obi anje sen prempre ya me no mo kase o hye MPP amanyo ko na sa party ni nyina ese de na so a Samira Bawumia ni nyina ne se obaso oba na obeye first lady ewo krom hanom se kam ho ne yenko na yenko tie Dr. Mary Ewusi CEO at the Ghana Free Zones Authority se body to dwa ne nyina no emfamra sisia
so mo hu se saa na we kana Japan ni pa ne Bawumia wi ni ene ekokreti DMB for president 2028 o mo create sa platform no mo yi afenyo free so it is over here. One more question about Homiano. I think you're marking by late.
No,
what is baby?
Press conference.
What is baby? Cry at the press conference. So before I say, hey, I think you where are you? 1 month, man. Minority caucus lab bedroom here. And we also announce our dispatch as a minority there. And I will you dream me. Cow run and pop what was hey. So drew one no. Nah, who are not going to know so?
Wasn't what rolling in Pablo.
Speech. That will be a conspiracy. That's on the lighter note anyway. And we'll dream me car.
Fantastic communicate.
And our coy. And to go through one or so, we wait our videos. And to when you say, I will be in a castle. Or go through one will be so. And I don't know, say, I know a castle winning. And we'll rem or do all. Anthony Cabo, who I know in any. And nkofo hu we hu no say Bawumia MPC e support will be hu na no yi ni minority leader pa o that eja omo we there for the optics o ma na konya no tena say hona Samira Bawumia tena ne nche no wo pochi na was size no say wo hu juma am di bedu ti sha wo hwa afenyo and we are now one enti the afenyo ye wo parliament ni nyina no he is trying to prove himself. Now our side justified inclusion because they say what Mr. Samira be yinedi. No. Samira be ji afenyo market.
Is it Samira na appointing where you are?
Hey, she's running the affairs of the MPP.
Oh, it's so powerful.
Oh, very powerful.
Samira is running the affairs of MPP.
Oh yes.
Not Bawumia.
Oh, Bawumia de. Bawumia can Bawumia kwanko on me contest you.
Oh, okay.
And na yire and no person would the first lady at all costs. Because Bawumia would him say one fairly.
Okay.
What's he say? Ben yire ya no abono hey so let me enko your baby ni no the name.
Wow.
Bawumia nim said ne kasaye anyhow he underperformed. Anyhow so indicators now Samira de ranking Mahama 2016 said he was incompetent.
Okay.
You emphasize indicators now ranking Nikun. Say the rating Nikuna.
Very super.
Super. And Bawumia nim all these things. And say demano. What you say? Even to come and speak to Ghanaians for vote. What is he going to say?
Dr. Mary Ewusi ene yakọ akwakotie ne sem nyina bantu wo say MPP amanyo ko ni de emprempre wo pe de wono na jese wo manage the affairs de ma Samira Bawumia jese nne no onam Saudi Arabia was yo perform ane woni ne kunu wono na wo kire ne kuru se fa ha ko ha gina ha pass say yeyi we firi ho yemfa we mbra mo fa na po o se Samira Bawumia ene jese si aro wo sha party ni bibiara fanya ma keze so de ne niema wo ye nyina obeso wo prove point bi ene kire Bawumia ene Samira Bawumia ntsa pa de a as minority leader no wo meyi ne tu akunwa edi efri honom metu aso de amamode ana chese emprempre de ebusua Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan ni media station wo medwa lie oh na tufo ene o man FM wo mu ko apai say team wo mu say ekwan chese the new patriotic party di wo ma fashion ebusua wo pe party chese wo mu ye wicked wo pe party chese wo mu chese obi ye papa ma wo mu a wo mu nkai mpo wo pe political party bia chese adwem bone ahye wo mu tirimu mmade a woman de o meka kire say the new patriotic party was it MPP woman you greedy woman you ungrateful woman you selfish woman sound so you wicked and I'm say papa anka Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan obie oman FM bie na tu de ma wo mo niema nanka wo mo hye nim say anka Kennedy di ne bottom sike bie di ama wo mo in the name of the new patriotic party there anka anya hwe 2016 yakọ election ewie na party ne di nkunim ni asa bodewra na 2020 party na san hwe di nkunim a anka meda simpo no ebusu anka yenka nkyere wo mo na hwebesi ne de ya me no wokase meda simpo no yentumi anka nkyere wo mo from 2008 edi besi 2020 advert a womo bodiema MPP just say eka MPP for the woman no ebushia ekeka ko 2 billion enye skagato 2 billion eneka MPP amanyoko ne de na so party ne ba power mpono se party ne ye press conference se party ne ye bibi ne you omo ba akodi ahye wo msa na mpo na bra na do win 2016 election na isikura nya declare ye no wo mo fa bus esesa dom di gomu ko na do den ko ekufu adu ne fie ewe nima ene ko congratulate na do wie na do dan ko ekufu adu beka so said ya matumi di media station ni abodewra ma matumi ewi ni election ni de me ba me nyimo ba ko nhyam nsada adodo de bia de sefata bia no me de be mam na so ebushe ko wie eche no wo mo ka 2 billion na just party ne di wo mo a wo mo nsanka adodo de yenhwe a wo menya bo hyempo MPP for share wo mo mpo no wanfa ma wo mo na ni nyina koda nso mpo no anka party ne ye bibia anka yemto nsampo mfemfre wo mo se bia MPP ye bibia MPP ye senti ne mo mra metwe bi no enu mpo ne yanye wo mo de bia da na wo a hutifia wa adwen be ye wo se ye wra Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan ni station na wo honom no eye MPP for de ne sesa wa adwen obi entumi mekire wo mo de wo mo first station nye enne wo mo ka ni plane nye plane for de akire Ghana fo nyina se station ye Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan de all right but station no enye MPP amanyoko de omo mbo MPP amanyoko ni mudewro kitikiti mpon ne wo ma bodewro no china na menu mete wo ma se because de bia me kam the sacrifices are compare in Japan. I remember pass and abronya this year or to me TV should radio should di a Kennedy compare in Japan at them. Somewhere 2012. Obapa na brantie nenima ye yiri nenima ya bare pan wo jina honom na wo ni Kennedy compare in Japan wo mu boja said ya be ya MPP amanyoko beba power na nya asem ketwa party upe party e di MPP bab positioner eye Oman FM na 2 na Asha FM upe party e di MPP amanyoko positioner eye wutumi media any movement TV ebusha kam hono yenko na yenko tie eye Kennedy akompre ko hine Japan na workers ene said e wo mani abedi achase wo mo te wo na eni ade ni nyina no enfamra sisia
again na MPP for etimi ye edi share Oman FM munyam boni ayefo ope party a boni ayefo ye mu ma amoye wicked omoye selfish omoye pesimon kumnya uyi MPP a obe branch wonya ba kwa ka uyi MPP a obe branch ans wonya party ba kwa ka ho a omoye selfish greedy ingrate Oman FM eba krom ha besi ene se MPP ni wo problem e won fi a osori ha no de ba onko asalam down head office hompo market women on your party for onya problem or market aha no enko 40 fa car efi aboso kai efi circle eba Oman FM because some MPP for manya issues aha no mo ba as I speak to you o ko share your books mu a MPP di Oman FM ka over 2 million Ghana cedis the new patriotic party omo di Oman FM ene na 2 your platform omo di ka over 2 million Ghana cedis advert ya ba mo campaign advert from 2008 2012 2016 2020 we play they don't even pay us but you diomachi MPP ba bemu na Akufo-Addo yen swear impo no yen ye de bus e kola na Akufo-Addo fie e ko congratulate no e ma na Akufo-Addo ka kire ye se mo na mabwa ya me aba bemu because ba bia na ya nunu no mo na mo de ya asem ko ho e wo ni ma ni fie ho ni afọ na Akufo-Addo si akonwa so all of them recognize the role of Oman FM player Nana Akufo-Addo be president for 8 years. The science says state institution bank ana oye media budget and media campaign na ode Oman FM. Say young come 1 minute adverts more na omo throughout the 8 years. I'm telling you, Minister Meyinu on my Juma and Juma. Minia Bafati. No information minister na or press conference and press briefing bi na omoye no. Na fati invite here. Na ye kwa wa na 5,000. 5,000 Ghana cedis. Na 5,000 unim Oman FM eni na 2. Yemi enu na che 5,000 no. E some pa make us fati there or recognize here say yembra. Some of the ministries press conference keke your news reporters Koka omo pamu am catch them say ya invite him. No media or they say campaign be na state institution be here. And so all the CEOs be or they say government institutions, ministers, omo kwan also want na studio hada. Of a kwabra to achi do mo tinemu anadu da suo mu no mo ti ha no mo kasa.
In fact, wo ku ho pa ya de de mo bi na se nipa na appreciate ya. Let's be frank. It was yeah. So be you akuma mu nyina say you are killing yourself for someone. Na at the end of the day no nipa no entumi appreciate you bebe kosoa asewudi. It is so painful. Enti me wo mo ya de a wo mo fam ni ade nyina na busua mete wo mo ase because say obi beti ni bottom sika ebe bie media station dia ma MPP. Me say me kai sa de we pa who watches the watchman. In fact, here are Kennedy a compare ko in Japan. Anka oye asset wasanka MPP amanyoko no. Wo mu kita ne sekohia. A compare ko. E wasanka party no etumi so ne sekohia. Eni kwan po sanka omo ma wo bi kura mpo no etintosuo mpo de fa ne nchempo. Because papa we ku ne ho de ama party no. A compare ko wa bread de ama party no. Abranya this one na no didi o. And I do 11 and I do 12 and I do 1. One was one who did you one or down with Jolly, one I said you done and 9. Now so, party the buy station a boy, my party the bar power, but I said that crown on Sanka. Koreache, Quablania could be able to pay Rianna. What shall broke Kennedy a compre in Japan say, nothing I yanedy. Yesterday, you're a compre say. Yes, say, baby, pewa, yanedy, ye pel. Party na wo do sika no wadaje e no resources na ewramu na wo mo nsoso wo wo mo fa wonye bibia no sebi ye ne de se de wo mo so aboa wo hwo no de ewramu kura ne nyansa chew no ye de nyansa na wo ni mu de ye ne ye pe. We have seen something good in you. Enunti na the base for anopa area anajo ahomache na wo mu su ekoto esra kompre ko in Japan sa ye yie. Aye na the new patriotic party no they do not regard you free party ni mu entrafa ko na nye nimguase na memo enimguase na aye too much this is sankuku no kaka nyina bra be join the base na the base ni there is not just any political party o enye obi na wakwa as an independent candidate o debi aye Ghana for Eye Ghana for ena wo ma hye papa we wo vision ekita wo ene yesemu nyina yakeka ye nyina yakeka ye ho abombra na bra bedi yenim na so why sa na ema we nyina di ama party no na the end of the day party aba power 8 solid years when nya one person akura mfemfim na party ni we party ni sa do ka 2 billion na what party ni musa wo jede. So why is Sanyama when you ntumi anda was here? What are you still doing in the party? And then I want you party ni mu. Sisi ya say wo abua wo suro de nwram ni nyansa chew. Ya say ye bia wutiri mu. Ya say wo beka madafaka. Ya say wo ntebrofo. Ya say wo beka akọ. Ya say wo ye ndisi ni. Ya say wo ye Judas. It's wo gusu at party ni mu akompre ko den na woje. Den na woje party free party ho. Party ya ye bibia mo bia hunu se akompre ko de ye hia ne fo so bia ne so. Eruti na say wo mo nama wo mo de ne unity ebusua. Medwe ho amenti ase. Madi obi atem say musimo pre unity mo de kwan unity no mo de yedan mo je ayedan akombre ko ma yam dan ebusia de base ne de abat na se ne registration asha ase enefobia to na bo wa kirekire mo amuwo obi memu ni ade a mo bese mo register bia wo Ghana ha but baby a wo no bia wontumi emba party office me register wa to na bo a kirekire said the forms are online no ekwan a wo befa so a wo be register ni ade nya se ye de kaya se de base na aba ne de nya agro bi na ni pebedi ya bat na se na 2028 ebusua MPP ni NDC ebeji wo munsem se ka no ne yanko na yanko hwefobia kwa yo fa so a wo kirekire wo bia opeso wo register beka the base ho no wato ne bo a kirekire ne yentie ne nyina no FM rasisia
abankasim kan kure na mso men kan kure ne yɛfa ne to papan de mfira yenwenu bebre bu se ekwan be so mefa so register the base no ini simple uko online no abo thebasemovement.com ebebia amount ebiema o say ya won say the base Ghana first jobs for the youth na wuro akodown uru kodown say ya ubehu aromi nu say bakoye green bakoye red green ye wo Ghana register base Ghana no akreke so mi say mini Ghana wo abrochirinti no US na mia we so na bia mame eni na oro akosoro eni uro kosoro a membership registration form full name ena oho no na din ahye ho ubezi Ghana no akreke Ghana so bezi the aspra na akreke the aspra no so uya se contact number on arrow no contact number no mia arrow so ono no man be so baby a wo bi so wo US a no bo US so country bi a wo so bia no omia eno ahye ho uya age no age no so ahye ho uya uye bema anaso yoba no take box no baako uye oba no take oba uye bema no take bema eni no ro akọ form ebebu sa code o password maninka utrim o password no tro to baby menyira no ene den nyina no uni bebi babo password no ahye ho ai uya no fele email address nane no so aide ahye ho ebebu sawo se adwuma be na wo ye teacher ni wo kira de adwuma be na wo ye eno so wonya adwuma yes or no na unemployment no employment na one no eden employment na one eden yes or no na hye ho na what take cash ho we are ako education level no omia education one ko school onye bia and was nan we are na in case e be uni ho ni ehwehwe wa e be nyo chiri kwan wo himfa o maame o papa wadamfo bi contact number again neno so one ahye ho kama as simple we are betro upload photo ani na da ho no no so eze yaba photo library take photo choose file it yo bi ya no wo pese wo twa ho a no twa ho wo bi wo file mu a na no ahye oboso a na no so ede na hye ho wa wie no all the form na wa fill ni nyina wie no e bi yama wo sei nti uni ya uni ni form na wo fill ni ya dwen a o atwero agree the privacy agreements na wa click box no so kama eni uria osidai submit register now submit. O submit ready sana. Echiron because of women feeling in no intimate family go. Na ebe more permission 2% donation bi ma the base na ho. Idino ho mobile money so ho. Na uya o card no so ho no mo na ko print o membership card I said we already start na yama kama na koto ufalim into we enya den to the base Ghana first any kapa to be among what they say donation no so here uya kuto bi enso empenifo se yenso eni nipa na oye donation kakra ahye ho amaye yami chirawo no ne okese high phobia member TV abankasiem kanokore na me so me kanokore
Ebusiafo na chese phobia no we de enchirechire papa na wode amaye nyina ntine wo obi memu ni ade na opese wo register now so officially obeye a member of the base me pache no se wontumi so kra emfeli a wo de frɛ yen e wo 0550623377 wo send a message on WhatsApp forms no ye di bi ebe ma wo ba se wo ba so kra na abeje forms ni bi a me pache ni nyina no akwanya wo 0550623377 frɛ na entna wo to so nche Ghana system 9 me amiti me se me sha dan hu mva so bi a yenya bra be ka the base na the base e be die ubenya mfaso de free so na me so amiti hey me so benya mfaso e de free so for some time now one of the issues are e kwashu ye papa they say is akompre ko hine Japan departing from the NPP to join the base one questioner baby abefa bia wo bi e bisa because obi be kasa say Kennedy ba the base dia and then na me ginemu ankasa ba say Kennedy ma dia na smacha say me NPP ni NDC de Kennedy na ye pe na wa ma ye be ne dey ye so de say Kennedy ye Kennedy you come and join the base na way and Kwasi Kwarteng akasa and one no ye spokesperson de ba ye ra compare ko hine Japan o say ogusua ye spokesperson de ma Kennedy die Kennedy nyanka nkyere ne so wa twe ne hu de free party ne hu na dakra na Kennedy e ba be dase no ade a Kennedy use MPP flag edisi ho no o say one of the questions amafota bisa wo no what the base ana ba question ba ko amafu re free wo mo ho ne say den na nam so a ama the base aba the base na aba no amafo a wo mu bu efu amafo wo ma meet wo expectation amafo wo ma ba mabu MPP party no amafo wo ma hwere wo mu gide wo party ni mu anasa de sa niema ni nyina na eka wo no nko ade a anka MPP mpenifo ntenase na wo mo nhwe kwan ye befa so a sankrofo a wo mo nyina ye the base wo mesamba back to the new patriotic party na the base no Ghana for December 7th wo mo di kokromati to aba wo se wo mo hwede na reconciliation bi no hono ma a chance wo mehwe kwan a wo mo befa so a NPP for wo mo bu efu a wo mo dwane ko the base mu no wo mu nyina no besan wo mechi e de abaye nkwe na yenkotie Kwasi Kwarteng se mo de tu dwa e wo Star FM no emfemra sisia.
Me, I came to speak for the MPPO. I didn't come to speak for the base. You see, yesterday
what, it doesn't exist?
You see, the people championing the base are not anonymous. They are people who has faces. So if
do you know them?
I know some of them. Just like you also know some of them. So
has it been sanctioned by Kennedy Japan?
I can give you their contact to speak to them. It's a question that
has the base been sanctioned by Kennedy Japan?
I'll answer you, but respectfully. I'll answer you respectfully, but you see, today whilst I was coming, I was pondering over this question, and then I came to the realization that I am an Ankwanoma, a young man. I made them cry about for you. What is the reason? We went into a contest where I took side by campaigning for Honorable Kennedy Japan. I did my best that I could as a young man who served in that role, that capacity. We finished, of course, things did not align. I know my boss has not left the party. Even if you recall, the last video that he did thanking delegates, he had the party's flag hoisted beside him. That itself should tell you a lot of a message. But of course, there are also other young men and other party people, and of course other Ghanaians who still believes in the man's vision and believe that some way, somehow, if he didn't get the opportunity here, they are also mobilizing themselves, of course, in an anticipation based on what I've heard on radio, in anticipation that maybe some way, somehow, they can get him or convince him to come and lead them so that he'll be able to propel his vision. Yesterday, I also heard one of them, they are leading leadership, one of their leadership saying that even if Ken doesn't accept to lead them, they may also get another person to even lead them. So I find myself in the middle of such a situation where at the same time I need to manage the situation so well, because ultimately it's reconciliation that we need as a party. I don't think the conversation should rather be restricted or limited to whether or not there is a certain base and what they seek to achieve. The conversation should rather come from why is there even a base in the first place? Are they disgruntled party members? Are there people whose expectations were not met? Are there people who feels that the system has not treated them fairly? Are there people who feels that there some certain level of apathy in their own party? Are there people who are despair, who are living a life of hopelessness in their own party?
And you'll be answering all these questions.
Yes, so that leadership and of course all of us do find antidotes to some of these concerns of these people. We don't let it be that, oh, anytime Kwasi Kwarteng comes to radio, is it Ken who is sponsoring it? Is it Ken who is behind it? Yes, no. Today I come and say it's not Ken. The following day they will come and, of course, in an attempt to make the argument, they have to discredit me first. Oh, Kwasi Kwarteng is not even the spokesperson for Ken. He was, but not now. I came to speak on Ken's position on the base. I don't think I want to reiterate it. Whether or not I'm being honest or I have lied, Ken, thanks be to God, he's alive, he's not dead, and he's still in the country. If I lied with his name, he has the capacity to write a statement to say that I have not sent Kwasi Kwarteng to come and say A, B, C, D. I am not going to talk about the base issues so much. I came to speak for the MPP, but of course, I'm also unable to run away from its existence. But I will say that as a people, as a party, we should be more interested in the concerns that led to people starting such a body or such a movement.
Who are they? Who are they?
They are Ghanaians. I've not seen any Ivorian or Nigerian in the base.
Are they MPP members?
I see Ghanaians. I think they are. You see, I see the activities on social media like you see them.
Really?
Where they post, they are registering, they are doing this, they are doing this.
You are not aligned?
The flyer that you did, didn't you see member of the New Patriotic Party? People make it present as though maybe every month I go and get a check from Kennedy Japon's house for being a spokesperson or something. I mean, it's a young man who believes in somebody's conviction, who worked for him. As of now, I still work for him. I am still a member of the party. I'm still part of the communications team. I believe that the party has made a decision. We all have to support Dr. Bawumia. So be it. But make it look, he's promoting himself. He is not even for Ken. Ken has not sent him. As if every month I go to Ken's place to collect money or I get paid for being a spokesperson. No, I'm not paid for that. I believe in him. I work with him, and on principles of loyalty, if you understand the role of a spokesperson, is more personal and intimate.
Spokesperson the Kennedy akompre ko in Japan lawyer Kwasi Kwarteng and yakotie ne nsem nyina no aba no wo bisa se wona wa makodwo ne de base kura no wo mo ye wanfo wo mo ye MPP fo wo mo ye wona agese na wo mo hwe nim se bia Kennedy beba na Kennedy amba ana wo mo ye nkrofo agese wo mabemabu wo party no ana se de eno ene ade e wo se mpanifo no wo mo hwe nim se de be ya wo mo besiesie. But one of the things I know is say obia wa twe no free party no man wo so ye de base ni bibie no no mamu beka ebe ma nipa na sansan le chiaba se oba be join MPP amanyoko age se bia miracle bisi anase bibi shunku bi esi ente sa pa dia I know very well say entumi enya simple sa ebhia eba na MPP amanyoko nmu a ohun nipa ba ko a obetumi ama party no atena opposition a che aya abrante na ye friend Koka. Recently, ya koko won sansam ni ade eba ye nyina no abrante ya ye friend Koka yi eye koko board for wo mu pani wo bekeka ensem bi afa say ya teso na wukopie mu obi memu sukura na agese world market asem na make koko prices no ya teso wo hono manu ntina koko sector no sika ye dem awo mo no ebo no etumi abafom na abrante ya ye friend Koka ebe kasa ya to the stand say enkranfo a chese obi anim se Randy Abe Koko board for CEO yenkrani obekasati no me hu se the ga adangbes wo ma ba bonte aba be kasa nsam na Koka ebe kan ye no o make sure so be ba bonte be ba be retract sa statement no from nowhere and me hu se letter bi so circulate e social media no so a chese ga manche atonsa de afre Koka se Koka emra enada ena Koka kopie mu wo honom na Koka kopie mu wo honom no ena eja ga manche so di tu nanim se ebia na ye nkrofo nsem ye wo kan ye no eye wo mo ya enunti ena wo ma ye se ga manche atonsa de afre no but eno no ye se wonko na emre pemu no ye basa atonsa officially edi a friend but sa letter na circulate ni ade ni nyina no enya ade aga manche atonsa edi a friend but wo mu ye hwehwemu ntini de besi bia no definitely wo masa ma na sanso aba the same abrante ya friend Koka ya ena sa ba bonte meka say enne na nabi ya wo press wo be ba ye national chairman first vice chairman edi ama MPP ama nyoko no on sem fata esan say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 2026 NPP primaries no one support ene ero na siedu enchu wakopie mu onua video credit ne nkoma wo mo wo de asem bi atudwa wo kire se obi a wo begina baby akase in fact abrantie ba party mu na nabi wonye bibia amfambo aba omi onye bibia amfambo party no nipa no your trofo onu wonim the sacrifices na nabi yaye na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kura wo ba so obeye flag bearer nyina no ade na nabi oka ho bi yenko na yenko tie sa asem no so emfamra sisiae
na mo se mo ma na nabi nye no chairman no
won say election the obi e ko bi a kire na adwen what I say obi a what your support and me hu say me nua pani Koka e kire na adwen say umpe na bia e far different from say obeka nsem bia e be court hatred ama the entire party and nan we hwe ni video bi pija era Dr. Bawumia ba mu say na bi in support no but me ye can national executive say ho hoyi the one Dr. Bawumia in fact what making sure say you be raise the image of Dr. Bawumia. I'll tell you say Nanabi. Do you know why I'm saying that? Okay, Nanabi a national youth organizer. In a program of the national youth wing, Dr. Bawumia was there. Yes, 2019 Nanabi the could see Tamalebi say 2019 3 days pan walk be on Dr. Bawumia di enim e de kofa wa Tamale bad test com programs and Nanabi frontline Dr. Bawumia. A lot of programs you could clearly tell say the National Youth Wing was actually in line and in sync with Dr. Bawumia. I would vouch for his competence. Everyone will have his reservation about to be, but the non-interest party now to say 2028 Nyamia Dom Dr. Bawumia, whether you like it or not. Upese wo yikyerese wo ye party ni na wo kyerese ampa osom MPP abanyoku na enya afi na obekọ so disaffection mi ama Dr. Bawumia ye na editwi agikrada atai Dr. Bawumia chinti I mean national election dey kwa sanchichi mu ne babara it doesn't mean say we should court any hatred for
Koka is so executive ada
Koka nye executive.
Okay.
Okasi sisi o executive da beni ko to abaye Koka executive. Diabolic here the prime Mr. Speaker.
Diabolic.
Let me say bi na ya party
na Koka.
Aaron esiedu ene yakọ akwakotie ne nsem nyina aba ne nti wotie ne kasa ya wo se na nabi de wabo adwuma na nabi weku ne ho wate wa ye bi de maba omia nti obi obeka se na was na wait we busi asem we kura yeke is it comboji se obi support ba omia na obi antimi support ba omia sa se nko obi a kasa me support MPP ene ade ntini ye to aba obi antimi support Bawumia santi so obi an support Bawumia eno ne nkyerese nipa ne nye MPP ni ena eno ne nkyerese nipa ne ntumi contest nti sa issue na mashase am resist ne sa ne am na mashase am ye ne yebesere mu muntiatia break e wo ho no obi ya MPP ni ena se na nabi yo support Bawumia o wan support Bawumia o ye MPP ni no wan kwanya so se obe contest sa ne ma we na busua wa mo ye 2024 enam so ma party no lose ye no eniema bi say ya eno mo ye ya party no ko opposition instead of sanka wo mesua wo mo lesson no e ya de a wo mugusu a wo mo eye sadie ejuma ko bi adaro ma na dan de nyina metu bi show da jube de ye be so mo ntin ma mentwa me hu sima enwaje aboafo nkrato emfamra sisia
Abusia yare bay ena ehawo. And yet to brain, no me come for Lion Age Clinic Ghana and Famau. Ahankwa ena abe piumwa. Yede bibidro esa yare. Abusia sa uba be piumwa haseya. Yesa enam yare bi to say syphilis, gonorrhea, candidiasis. Jalipa do not see a friend of white.
Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Maxwell Aziz Mensah. I'm the founder and senior doctor of Lineage Clinic Ghana. Our mission is to provide you with exceptional herbal medicine treatment and holistic healthcare to all our patients to becoming a healthier you. Thank you for trusting Lineage Clinic Ghana. Lineage Clinic Ghana, your #1 healthcare expert.
Wow, what a nice cars. So peka eye niti pa afeni eye free so ede abadia. Contact Dennis Garage. Hona benya ka etiapo a eye niti pa ato. Ka efeye eye latest models cars aba. So pe eye Honda CR-V. Anase Toyota Tacoma, Toyota Land Cruiser, eye Sparks enkitin ya eye huba ube. Ninjina ubenya bi ewo Dennis Garage. Si say need to be cry ede aba eye Honda CR-V, eye hybrid engine capacity no 1.5 entry fuel. Ubehu Dennis Garage ewo TI Ahmadiyya opposite one more. Frewa homa true for is 0550 623377. Eho ana Dennis Garage ewo.
Services are here no say ba pom de won sensem de afra Lineage Clinic GH. Wo mema we bibiduro betibeti ya de nyina asesa so e na ye ka na wo paton so afra Dennis Garage na wo mo so MPB enfama mabeja fire ready a me no mo ba betena se na eja ya twetwe enkomo e de afa ye man Ghana ho enne Ghana enya 69 good years. I've met the expectations. The Geja who expect to say Ghana can be a yenny Elsanka near Makiko near Makoye near Diadema woman. Woman meet and I said, do they feel say Ghana? Ye lucky behind and now then woman by your phone and a dance so and now woman catch a penny for say woman ye and fan when you come out to and some Hudrona and that Yabaka I will feed you him say that before some mama Quabano. I had a prophet Kwarteng and come she now this time lady a prophet Kwarteng comes no the buy in Ebusia eja wom na ekọ edema former president his excellency John Ejekumkufo. It is likely from the prophecy there ye be wan say former president Kufo waso de afre kunwa na wotimu no na wahase a wonante mesha so obeka ho ne yakọ na yakọ akotie prophet Kwarteng nkomsha wo de buy no emfamra sisia.
Sir, if mountains bedru bia ye di semwa yenyan wo prayer mountains wo Ghana prayer city wo bush honum no abo no so mountains num no ye si from bedru wa bia intercessory for the nation no we a adi sem ahodo e ba no de fa oman panyimfo ho de fa akandifo ho fi se ye koye intercessory for the nation de a de fa oman panyimfo ne akandifo ho any all sectors of Ghana ready to me each rain. The was bomb pay sequine, na the osia ka Emma when a phone so tear, no so a bohum paye, a 2 1 among bohum paye, now 1 2 1 among hunam femuno, 1 1 so ye 1 1 ye ka. Na ye bedusa ye chichem near the tubia. Na said ye ready for a decem so a winyansa sem can the sem can ye be boom the mameno sanam the tubia. What ye di hunumuano? Who said upon co. Ponko a yesiesie no na yede amanyokuo kasie bi ahosuo na apenti ponko no ho na mehusi apenti ponko no ho blue, white and red na ya amanyokuo kasie bi ahosuo na omode apenti ponko no ho na eye blue, white and red na omode apenti ponko no na mehuse ponko no ekono na ne nan na chi ne nan na ewa chi no baako won se emwa ne gina ho a omu gina omu nan na chi sei no ba bia pu aba eye na hia eye no so ne po no so no na mehu se ahwan ene ye de achichirede enye achichide o achichirede ade ye de chichire biribi brofum ne beka se bandage na mu se wo de bandage ye di nnua toto ponko ne nan ho na wo de bandage echichire ponko no a ye de saa manyoku a na husuo no eye white, red and blue. Wo de achichirede ade de chichire bibi ne ye kana achichirede etimu se di nnua gu ponko ne nan na wa achi na ahwan no enye ne nan ne nyina na ahwan ba ko a wa achi ahwan ena ayese nan wa ahwan a kanipa nke beka se ne nan no a twist etimu se saa ponko no ye de nnua gu ne nan no ho ena wo mo chichire ponko ne nan se onfo so nko etimu se ponko no ko na obre na ne nan miensa no pe ena ahoden wo mu ne nan no ewa chire ba ko na ahwan no a wapura wo mu no omu de nnua gu ho na ye de bonnage achichire na ponko no ye de amanyoko kase ba ko ewo Ghana ha no amanyoko mienu ewo Ghana ye akase no mu ba ko ahosuo blue, red and white ena na ye de penti ponko no ho ena oko nanso na ne nan na chede na hwan ebra wo oko no ano mehu se ne nan no de edi kan no nso de animu benkum fam ewo so hwan enti ne nan na chire de no nifa no hwan ye ena animu no oko na ne nan no unse baabi omubu nkotodwe de da no unse emwa na omo nan ye fo bia no omu timi de omo na animu de no bu nkotodwe omu nkotodwe baabi omo de da no mehu se ewo so hwan ena ho so omu de nnua gugu ho ena omu de bandage achichirede chichire omu de nnua toto enso ena omu achichire enti ponko ne nanimu nan no nifa benkum na hwan ena acheso hwan ena wobre ena still ponko no oko na ye de ahosuo a eya amanyokuo akese mienu ewo oman mu baako ahosuo ena na penti ye white, blue and red no kire masie ebra woko no ano okoduru baabi na musa migina ho bi na mehu se omampanyin na wadi ade pen owo saa amanyokuo no mu a oda so tiase na oye ni patenten na sebe ne ho emfa no papa no ho eden ba o yusu akonwa sesei owa mehu se ponko no nante koduru ho ebra ponko no duru ho no mehu se niema 1 2 akoso ewie ye no na omampanyin no a ote akonwa mu a won sore no na wasore woni nyini brem e wa hoɔden mu a ne ho ayɛ den wɔnante na ɔkyeame na ɔkyerɛ maseɛ adenti na ponko no wɔkɔ no na akyerɛ deɛ no na ahwan a wapura na ɔmo de ba na di nnua akyekyereyɛ ebra ɔmo fɔ so ama na korɔ no ano odura animu baabi no na animu benkum no na animu deɛ nso hwanyɛ na nso ɔmo de ba na akyekyereyɛ okoduru bia a ayɛ edom kakra ɛwɔ hɔ a ayɛ adwenbaaba yɛ ne ade ɛkɔsoɔ na saa omampanyin na wadi ade pɛn ɛwɔ man so ɔwa ɛwɔ saa manyokuo no na ɔte akonwam a obi anim sesese wɔte akonwam a wontumi nsɔre nante ba ɔte akonwam na ɔde kɔ programs ba eduru hɔ no odi ponko no kyerɛ me edi akyi wie na ponko no vanish ye no ɛna ɔde me kɔgyina saa bea no a enipa wɔ hɔ mehu wɔn mo adwene mu dɔ animdifoɔ bi ne ade bi wɔ hɔ na omampanyin no hyɛ top blue, dark blue ɛna esi down a ɛyɛ black so ɛna na ɔte na konwa na ɛyɛ ɛdene nantinum enti me gyina hɔ na ɔkyerɛ me no mehwe ane sɛ wasɔre ɔsɔre a na ɔbɛkyia me na afɛ mehu sɛ ponko no aho akyekyerede na sensane na ponko no ahusu sisa ɛwɔ na hoɔden ɛna deɛ wɔte akonwa mu no a wontumi nante sesei no wasɔre a n'ani agye ɔkyia me ɛna ɔkyerɛ maseɛ sɛ ponko na ne wapura de amanyoko na husu red, white, blue afa no ho no ɔde fa no ho sɛ de mehu amanyoko korɔ ɛna ponko no nso so a ne nan no na akyire deɛ no wapura a wɔakyekyere ɔkɔ animu deɛ baako san kɔpura wɔakyekyere ɛno so wɔde akyerɛ na ɔpɛ so ɔde ka asɛm kyerɛ me na ade ne bepie wɔ ɔpanyin no so hɔ no ɔpanyin na ɔka akonwa afei wasɔre na ɔkyerɛ me sɛ wɔhu amanyoko yi deɛ mede kyerɛ wɔ yi sei bɛkɔ so na sei no amanyoko no bɛsa sɔre gyina sɛ de owura no sɔre no na emu ɛbɛfa owura no ne saso fuo bi na saa bɛgyina bio na de watena konwa mu mpo ɔbɛsɔre ɛwɔ de kyerɛ me Jimmy this
Prophet Kwarteng ene yakọ akwakotie ne nkomhye nyina ba no ntino wo bo mpae ahu na wakai former president Kufuor wo mpae bonim gos nkomhye ne nyina no ekọ man de ye hwe nim ase twende apanyankopon be na dom na obetumi asanso echina ne naso me communicators wo mo atena se Bernard KG Alexis were NPP communication team member Saso and a Kelvin Owusu Williams were also NDC communication team member woman and mena womo eba to twin komo e wo fudie manum sa adwenche biada wo no won so far with the efa comment section na say mama mo akwaba Alexis.
Yes madam.
Me ma akwaba. Yeah na
sorry.
Bibia boko die.
Ado madam.
Bibia ko yie die.
Pressure na so man.
Pressure na so.
Independence me receive visitors from Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
They even waiting me outside there.
Oh wow.
Mama so I she.
Me to wasi eduma na so.
Man nanti the whole day. At the right time I acknowledge them, yeah.
Mantse. Kelvin, Bibia boko.
Yeah, but Bibia boko.
Bibia fiba boko. NDC amanyoko Bibia ko yi.
Aban papa be di otimu se. Yana no Bibia ko ye. Me buy say traffic. Onze me delay. So obia okrom, obia atoni yama. Otimu se ska be krom, oti obia edja. Otimu za mani mo de ye pa.
Okay, Alexis na Kelvin. Me no amona eba betwetwe enkwante no latter pass mama kwenya na bi ombese muchia ne bia no motumi echia no Alexis and Ghana 69 years. Ghana at 69. Have you met your expectations? Oh, Papa, you Ghana ni no 69. Now, what shall say ye man you kwa? Then anka be catch you say.
Medical chair was phone with you and me chair MPP members especially MPP Crusaders. Na my chair go Trinity members. I'm a shame watch amade. Opposite Golden Gate and then some socialization. But my basso program I'm there to join and so many can feel first topic and so they did on the 69th birthday of Ghana as a country. I must say both MPP and DC we have failed the country.
Okay.
Both MPP and DC. Why? Because there were certain expectations we expected along the line. Governments ni biba okwako drew baby no akaho. And as Ghanaians too, I'll blame the country as a whole,
okay,
of which I am part.
Okay.
Yeah, to be frank to ourselves. Because when there's a government doing something good, what you can do is to applaud them or to give them the money to continue. Okay. But be sorry, I'll say, meanwhile, in personal interest. Decided, so we Ghanaians have also play a role in the failure. Because let me start from Nkrumah time. Nkrumah was able to build, how do you call it, this dam. This Accusation dam. That set the country for so many years. You get it? Ebano, I can jump on BCC estates. Which governments came to continue? I think it's Rollins who brought Get Fund. And then we know Rollins over here train. I remember at that time, no, you train Kwani. That was a military staff. Later, I can't say much about his achievements for the country. All I knew was a cool leader. He became a president. He was disciplined. That's what I know. Let's look at what President Kufuor came to do. I think it was another president who was even able to give us another dam, which is the Bui Dam. As you speak, the country has only 2 dams. And as when you talk about light, Nkrumah yebi, Kufuor yebi, Titu no. As I was expecting, the government there back in so does no be backwa. Kagana we do have problem with lights. But then so glue one power plant and go for the married deal. You see all this. I'm one country, no. If country be by, eventually government be by, sorry, no so bad would have gone far by now. Because the heck for no more by Akufa so by there have been policies. Now based on policies. If country now can policies. I remember Kufuor brought the free maternal care, you can't go for emergency, he brought the NHIS, and your policies or the buy. Which other government brought another policy? I remember Bahama Baba Terminal 3, his first term. That's one of the achievements I can talk about him. That's the terminal 3. Now the community day school by. That was there. And okay, in a BTC room, they couldn't complete. Again, Terraco father, so also the free SHS go. Or the agenda 111 so by. 1D1F by. But in all this, let's look at the one in our country. You know. I would say the free SHS, for instance, has had a bigger impact. Because there was a time only a fence, only certificate, chakrantim corporate. That is if it's a crowd, no to map college, no to Mrapoguare. But because of free SHS, the right grade also with me back. So now someone can boast of Semeko Pokuare, but not Sakrauno. But for all you know, Sakrauno Fabo was in 50. For all you might know, but due to the free SHS policy in Ebuano, the government has been able to bring education to certain level. As we speak, and even the party has a position only 1 year, they are capping certain positions. Without HND, you can't do that. You get it? And you know, gradually, the bedroom baby only was said to cry, you can't operate in the country. And I think that's how it should be. Education, so be educated at that. That's what they won't do.
Yeah.
The others were educated, anyway, few. Majis, school now kuta rubber. That's been you had a better form. You won't do that. But you see, because of free SHS, Edwebina house girls are shorted. Obi a school. After the free SHS, what happens? That's where the government should sit and look at.
Okay, so to you, Ghana 69, Yanko baby
asa, because I'm looking at the policy though, yeah. But the way we expect the country to grow, especially infrastructure-wise, look at Cote d'Ivoire. They are the people always compared to.
Dubai, Badabeng.
Oh, Badabeng, Malaysia, Badabeng. But when you look at the Cote d'Ivoire, road system, road network, even the economy, they are to 50 cities, the same 50. That has not increased. What has happened to our country? We keep increasing, and then our inflation, dollar. Why must we depend on inflation dollar to live our lives here?
Meanwhile, we have a lot of resources.
Of course. Let me leave that one. You see, hotel we moving pick. It's Ghana assassin. So why must we charge dollars for moving pick? When you are here, you can spend our cedis. Some countries don't even have currency in Godiagro. The Chinese, and the code, you can't go and play with their currencies. Or the dollar based business, as I call the other country. In the time you are in the currency, or the journey, you can't control it. And then come for now, you just say resources, go there and find what you oil. When you can even produce, refine we now here can. Minimum one can oil near discover. Agreement I know make say a prayer refining. So will be. Okay, today you know how. A man then here to me, you see. Abofuna ammonia and mobile agreement, who may we, I'm produce my, but tell them more only. But who to me yet refining in your man, my dear. At 11 more years, after 5-10 years, you can produce our own. Yes, Sao Bonina will issue and we will let you go. If manage our own, our people can be trained.
And you'll be free, maybe too.
Sir,
no, I'm 20%.
No, they have how should that be? But the government, you know, Koka be a heritage fund. Heritage fund in here, Chimasika. Says comes one government in Saku boom. As a medical project, we are not being truthful to ourselves as a country.
Okay, Alexis, Kelvin. Ghana at 69. What expectations have you met it?
Okay, so far, maybe to make us say Ghana and ya achieve but they also ya achieve ni ya achieve because what you say in Penifona yebi, Dr. Karen Kumamu yebi, omuye dam my, omuye niyama be brave, but niyama ye wono, any niyama de siya ye nyane diye. What you say ya nye bibiaye because the BS Ghana ni druno, endru bibiaye. Even development, to see a ocean development, and the Frank Becker Cho say before we can develop, we have to link ourselves from the third world countries, that's Ghana. Answer the bit my developing no. See a linking and free. First world countries, that's the developed ones. And so now about Ghana and see mineral resources, be brain I'm not from the control my I bet me the amount to in place, now refining and yama. And a cocoa price bar for me. Kiet me a refining cocoa near BBA or Ghana. Kenya say affecting to Ghana dear. You bet my say achieve BB. But you and baby, I say education sector na area on OBI and a part about free SHS kind way Article 25B now. Yeah, constitution, yeah, free mercenary car home because so many say you drew baby, I been here free SHS. Into the article 25B no, and President John Dramani Mahama the first term no. On say before now be free SHS no. There will be some challenges. Into decide say obey increasing infrastructure. Into decide so be build e-blocks. That's the first Mahama one administration no. Or you're not doing so obviously e-blocks am I. It's no expectation they say do you free power. Tini expect to say President Akufo-Addo no a pretty free SHS on also support free SHS there ke so here then on complete e-blocks na kan because yes e bebreu ke say kono so we e-blocks na kan no then the area here then ya no gradual because even constitution on say progressive we have to do it progressively and yes so here na at once because na challenges bebreu or from feeding to accommodation even school papa mukra na ebi mu da fam school bo ma gidin pa obekone Crawford FM. Nti say ye because your governments no it should be continuous and yes obi aba na why dey open no because Ghana there you want MS ye koyenim.
One of the things that I personally also feel say e ma wo man Ghana no ekwaechie say abalwe yaba to say agenda 111 na MP before ba ya wo ma ba besi ba hu the next government ebeba no eja wo honom because okoye sisi a ye beka say ye ne ye ba ne ye be sha ase na wo ba ye no wa beto aso na je say wo ba ye no wa be ye bibia and timemfo na ngasa no ye ka hu bi ena ma wa man no enko anim oh we ye PP project oh we ye NDC project nti aban bia ba ono so pre say obeba be ye ne de na che say de aka no na aka nremu Seria Hospital your former president Kofo from ono to John Dramani Mahama okay ni green book o say wom say
complete no
MPP by ye na na do Akufo-Addo by the same Seria Hospital yes ya bushia John Dramani Mahama Saba wa by ye was the same Seria Hospital from your former president Kofo time ebe sin there if you say na ye ba be complete why do just say baby anka ye duru ni mponi kwa nkasa nke ye safa so obi akọ hospital onyampa mponi na so I don't know but do you see say Ghana betumi apeke
actually betumi apeke no crane the government can do its part but it me for no so come let's look at this hospital you are talking about. Imagine say a grants if not just grants your funding it will get to the contractor Matthew Iso. You say we are Mateso. You say we are me yefi ho. Bakum na ni bibi wa ban. Untimi nya no this can say no. Meanwhile, when the government can do something to make this hospital near function and the money then it becomes an issue. Mr. Government, what we release this car. But our own people who make it survive.
So is it the fault of just because we have just two political parties into the air side? Like, do you see say Ghana even needs a third force to keep both NPP and NDC on their toes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Whoever the third force will come, you can't overcome these two parties.
Okay.
Why? Because from the onset, among Lydia and Yenska government no man, a bien scale guru, I be out of private jet. And this will be a private jetter. Can you contest such a person? You can't. It is our third force now, Oban. What are you going to tell me? I'm here MPP to leave your party to come there. Why? Because that maybe as an MPP member, many opportunities from the party.
Okay.
Do you think I'll leave and go?
No. So when the opportunity there, say over to
and to one Oban. Links Ben award the Beria government. Why are you going to pass? I overheard you talk about the base or something. My issue is this thing you people can but to me you're right. But the day but you won't get anything. And see the two parties. Trust me, I'm gonna deal by no money, I'm gonna atena by when escaping. Coming to this game is money. Trust me, how many MPs can you convince to join the base? How many MPs can even come? Komisala Jabati UP, no? The kind of people he took there. What has happened? What's happening?
So you see, say it should be just the NPP. We are talking about Ghana, not necessarily the base, but I say Ghana betumpo. What are we supposed to do?
I was say a year two, and a normal circumstance, but the two no should be put on their toes, which is the fourth arm of government here. How are we checking them? We are not checking them. The media is a fault.
Yeah.
Media no krano. As at now, right information about. But I'm not even able to go there to get the right information to ask the right questions. Because we say you'll be tagged. I get in the issue. We are not checking them. But that's how I see it. So Ghana for is 20 for 1 month.
Yeah.
What happened because and any penny be.
Yeah.
People are seeing the things we are doing. And to be say we delegate a coaches club on to. I get in it.
Yeah.
Obiso say me kwan we are on to aban. What would happen? And no sano it's putting the government
on its
toes because it's been demonstration 1 week in a kwan. Because obetumi ayo say hospital beds here our people are being irresponsible. Shey be we are biba we send. Are you saying say nipa no ra when nurse ni bia when doctor ni bia when security be already
CCTV camera crab.
We should ask these questions. Camera no one which people are in charge. One mun e camera no. Which security takes care but asem by no bia make ahwe. And we as a minister of gender come my minister know that they should question the minister of health.
And no akra lady no major no.
You get it? Ghana me so na maso so ho. Unya asem na sika ni fia ube dem you rot. Mami obungo for mbie.
Agada.
Obisi sika gare beje fun oba no age. No wadi. We are near some uncomfortable as a country. Some people got them for life because we dupies millions of people. People have died out of him after there. But we are here celebrating such a person. Nipa we are not saying sorry. There's some stupid and some empty-headed people who go there and say, "Oh no, vampire manipa." What is the understanding about religion and God? Obia kobu obi so sakrabeti sorry, you go and sit there. And juju, and whatever we are taught, spiritual staffer, you can't go and sit there for such a person to pray for you.
Alexis, what do you suggest? Say, young year to me, abua mine.
Okay, see, Ghana no problems na face no. Nini na free abai na side. Tima mufono so ka ho. Factors ni be braving mental slavery. Abi before yenje ya hundi. Ye bibi ni be bia anya papa, obi ato ne ma fi abrochiri. Na e ba tima mufono so a tima mufono bitiri mu odeni. Ghana 69 ya wonde Ghana Jesse e be celebrate. E ko de nya ya mo se Jesse ne 500 cedis. Ade a mo ton 70 cedis.
Me zina me ton en.
Sorry, bibia ya ban.
Me have go so abe o mo se bi. Me to I don't come here too. Me dey one time na ba go so Bernard. I bought one. The first one I bought it at 60 cedis. Omo design 100. The second one me ton 100. And omo design can 140. Me go be say 300-400. Nipa two other come here be account 400. Just kwa here said that celebrate our own country. Obi be so fa unyeska, obi be so fa unbuobi. Asofo kra ka won to mi, asofo otobi na asore dey akwanchere.
Ghana see any national values because you need values as a nation. My yanto to fu on konenim se see ade be che be say ya to lorry fair so ya to lorry fair mu be ko feme ho na bete say spare parts one sensem o menya reason bia o mo fan tete o mo niam so enso e cost road ya o mo reason o mo de den o mo de o mo niam so insina John Dramani Mahama say and this year team na prosperity is it building prosperity restoring hope on say ba no yenyina e bet market na say the economy was in abyss na economy ni bibia say so we came to do a resetting agenda and then we train yes here den yeah build prosperity because Ghana youth no be brain na nyom be kwa abruchiri o man so de nguni sa o peso o man ko so etimamufo na ne be den e betima yo man
say ne ma bia nko na de ni ba be di prayer bi ejuma ni wa ba tra Ghana ha
broni bi no ba be Ghana ni ya ma o America woni we interest or pursue the national agenda san so na obi odo won kwa join ni bia anyway interest into wo de ne so be den o be build o country no nti na say abai no so hwe no ye den o man ni mu ye o man obetima tina masundie mu nti na yesi ya no ye ba ye amane ma akokọ fam ne sa ne amane ma na ye business a e betima koyi nti na ye restoring hope no ye restore Ghana for hope say Ghana betima ye den aye biem. That's the theme for this year. No?
Okay, but do you see say Ghana needs another force, not necessarily the base, just any strong political party be MPP ni NDC at least or be challenge you because I personally feel say as a MPP before e wo mutirim so den ya 8 years dito the NDC for so the MPP ba so den ya 8 years wo mo betwa wie ma yasan so aba. Does the country needs another base bia e be ba sesa ne mani so kakra e de amayana?
Maybe a drew pan, the third force, the any organ, maybe a drew a politics mono. Be a third force opposition, they are. And then can be here and pan because, I bear my so unya opposition to say, yet a nana for any bino. On your opposition, papa, bear them, or put two on your toes. But on your position, papa, they are a yard, they are some because that's a unyo bia man and kawasem. But third force, they are buried because let's take NPP for example. MPP nya party on over 1992 a tradition ya che before answer bit ma be the party to say MPP and NDC no it will take a lot resources no unya bi mfa nya sa de no be ba no third force there for position there e benya bi e see nya bi very necessary because as a omoko opposition no still na the omo ya no moye nti e benya to say UP for your ma be UP plus convey am hono ma tima be ye equal omitima be omo kakra dia na nkomo nyina poti on auto send ye send your mind because you know Ghana and ye though we are all in different political parties but ye Ghana mind ye.
Okay, Kelvin Matia Bernard Ghana wosha ye here de ene Burkina Faso we be menka ku asem se Ghana obi ameye ku memfa metu obi adebi. But do you think we need another military way because timemfo na kasa na ye problem ye here military leader bia obetumi aba be sheki ne ma na say we should still continue with baby akwan na ye nam so aye kona
the country we live in now. President Biaba said the commander in chief of the day
Ghana Armed Forces.
We cool no planning him because on appointed chief of defense staff or appointed CDS for the country and a normal circumstance because them join military no operate though the government only gives directives but so no command on never selecting a EU offense CDS there can be a coup that will be planned a baby John TV so Abere achesa president na abezo chena so abia na say why you can't do that. Ono na appoint CDS na appoint soldiers on mere so. And those people to under attack the amina no the one should be say they can't just get up and say yekoyeku. Emfa Ghana Rollins Mutano zana emunya tight say. Rollins Mutano IK free farm no ma be ye ezibuzia woni no ma omo yeku severally. By our time need any part to nipa. Soldier for no every whatever the army, the police, the whatever no. But when they are okay, they won't talk. Why? Because you see a child soldiers salary saying, "Oh, what is a defense salary? You increment about public that," and they will keep it to themselves. Because of 8,000, yes, the government by weekly amount 3,000. He doesn't care about you now. So there can be a change. The change will be whereby so many people are educated and they know what to do and what not to do. Because that's when we were convinced about top of mommy had to make us already because you know your left from right. When you baby out corner and baby over. So I don't know if they'll be anti me convince you just like that. Say yeah, koye say na obi ko anti me convince you because he's confess ka we nyam ko chenyam kodi. Yam corruption. But could in this country it hasn't happened and it won't happen now.
Okay.
Cool crown won't say the Burkina and comparative argument.
No, I was even talking about the military, taking over the country.
One said history shape or mind be about consumption a can be shape you. Over Burkina for example, one same from by no omuni munyanso almost your life and son on baby so. Into francophone countries and be na indirect true. Direct true did you so by English for no say anum say wa info bi omo yeden omo di anim ti be na I am for no so na e be di so. E na omo di omo kom no untimi nka so omo ye independent because omaya France na manage central bank right allow so obenya bi obi bia France na yede e manage ma wa onye truly onye independent as o di usu new colonialism ene go so koso wa bagana no say ne die yen ma independence yan ko sign pact bia e be allow Britain so me control ene ma ma yen tie die ne yan e betima ye ma ni ye yen hia kudita no matter how or mine be say could ye any solution cry mine.
Yeah, cool. I wasn't even talking about it. I was only talking about say Ghana yenya independence ye one man penny should the military because on say OBS soja ni. Ntinka soldiers no yenja wo mo na sa soldiers no share minus one. That was that. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. No, we have a president, all right.
I agree with you because in a way, no, it will curb in your maybe.
Yeah.
So, I'm for soldiers in Megukuru. Some will be on 200 pavement.
They will not do it.
They will not do it. It's about the government giving them the power. Yema police for an tranche. Yema KMA gas and tranche. Let's leave the army and ready basic. The country is a discipline because now imagine say yes mate trotro mate men just carry driver men just carry soldier ni ba obeti wa ka jan so beji they won't try
police ni kwere obe ma ka crash and
no are you getting the issue
they all can enye soldier ni ehia o ehia law enforcement emra ni de wo but when they be enforce emra na mai soldier for the ni party say soldier ni so beti magiska obi atimi ye bibi ye de na say e be hwe na emra na ye den
soldiers are a bit hard and a bit strict
when it comes to bribe if I told there I must say when it comes to bribe and yes simple server bribe so Jenny do you know why the reason is that salary na police ni monthly no and so no kwajilo na akoto onu sa dan bi no omoton ice block wo mu no onu afi na obajilo akosi da ma obi ama na busuafo but so Jenny can buy a house or one fee without even your knowledge and a soldier ni sika so no until easy to bribe an army person. I get my argument. But police for no crano, there are some of them who can really enforce the law. There are some of them, I won't make it general. There are people who are really good at doing their work well. But here we are, there are few. Soldier for no me, Sakaza country, no. All agencies, Emma soldier for and Rania. I see. Office who are want me, we are about because soldier need back. And now, when you say, actual letter, they are suspending on got traffic. Well, yes, kind of court. Now, a quiet corner, judge with you already, we are man in coffee. So, Jenny, you want your punishment. Son of a boom, but what the
question second, I want pavement. Na pavement I nipa e was nipa nam so be kono na ye ton ade so but obi ba se e bia keme boss o be pam o sisi a
oh ye better
ye nto aba
unse oman bebre na akọ manimu na China and Russia nipa akope na idiom so for long time but Ghana ne dey agye to mu say e be operate democracy wa no say tie man soldier fo onye bibia keke rule of law na eden see this so je say yen strengthen yen enforce your laws no na agencies na almost enforce laws no yen strengthen e bia e dey tin na police ni be bribe dey tin na be na bribe e bia dey order man no enso na no ayeden wa hwe no ama no conditions papa e be na adwuma ni ye because this soldier for anje bribe because omo the omo hia to hwe na say police ni so be bribe no ama no the ohia obe adwuma ni ye.
And I think say perception there abani petrim say police ni there o man 1 billion a month to cry obeje bribe it is something I say e wati memu for ya adwum ti I think I will agree with Alexis Ghana nko obi anko school education be ya adwum e woni am
abrofo no some are not educated minimum be at US onko school da but o ye adwuma the cases on abrofo ne yeka so definitely better brofo. But I didn't cause science and other things won't to me, yeah. I get in it. But I not in our mindset be say, Ubiako school, I won't go school soon in any way. On for if he does means you want to 12 and 10, on for 2 streets, so won't say car pra, only was a sem, and it's all tremoha, on tremoha, because they are law abiding. But Ubia Hano, you go school. Or two corner the ATM, I go say now lock is still no bomb machine. On inside the say because he doesn't know, say. ATM or expiry date or wait. I remember I met a lady also named the corporate friend check. Cheko, wotso sika guso sika say me sika na paper how the kwa from other bank will take these days what the come here bank these days she doesn't even know. Such a person can't read and write. Into as a country no say nipa no what they no kwa has a hana tena ton ade she doesn't care because pavement no so na no bezo tena education chain is a pedestrian and any day only man ko una mezemche a sika na fa a motorist only man ko yes car way en fa at this time en fa hwe obi wetu DV police be sha o no twa kakra yes I get in the issue but at the end of the day no say educated I say police for no like you rightly said we need to empower them and your uniform and no man to tomo no and then sa car no mo fanya we they should give them money proper every course you can't just and just simple. Me say utwem anya simple because my sister Sibe they keep saying it. Udu but baby abedru bia you best stop it. Unya citizen a be provide o car. Every course pen me say what restaurant ko ADG at me ba. You say card ID card, you pe Ghana card. Who did you a restaurant to? On betima be ba. Yeah my mu dey amanfo age half. Na my case obi asori a. Omo to me announcement say the whole week you be on search. Ghana card nkuta ofo trotro ofo de be check e bi nkwa wa be check e be fine Cote d'Ivoire amutime soup on for we na so amudi omukogum no amuni paper no so e ma government ni nyeska because ye hu awuni paper ba ye na government ni nyeska ba han what do you see obia and na independent o ye say obi fi China ba de na akoshe ba bi nko ba airport na awuni paper o ba de visit no ba say na abetua and answer o de visit ovure mo ba wo ba no the citizenship should check say we oba visit kwa ba no so utua ko country na ba ni name na nye for free Ghana otu border bia so be check scan no twem me say Cote d'Ivoire to get an ID on I try doing one obey or say we kwa do birth set we parents ne ba ko birth set ka ho na the court na ma certificate of nationality unya sa certificate na sa no etima ba e dia Ghana card na unya sa no ma na me ne wo ka no Madam, you obey. I remember when they took about 5 years before as a certificate of nationality. I don't know papa ne free one. Yes, my papa na no free one. I should provide these things before I card ne take 3 years. You go back for na card ne, but I had to go for the card. So my recently Nigerians were 20 something na. Womudi call robbery and any idea will Roman saying. I am just praying say o mine no 69 years CD nyame be ya dom na eniema ebetumi apekedi amaye akwan dada enkran ni kumase the number of lives it's just a woman free assassin so na ebusi anyasam ketwa recently your man penny buy or see express road and also press conferences just necessity express way necessity politics I'm not saying say enye necessity I'm saying say baby and Ghana you do there are certain basic things I don't even expect us like you be from Abidjan to Yamoussoukro about 6-7 hours odnam so ahun who say one am by now you train crowd from Accra to Burkina can see Ghana for one. But you see that these things you are talking about is not easy from country to country na there on dey ku na you to me yeah my mood I dey over Burkina where don the train and go na Burkina no ka o dey ka na ko simple madam I have been to Burkina o dey ka ko no ka simple Cote d'Ivoire Hamile Tamale aya ura Burkina town when you read my first barrier and I check we no go anymore within 1 hour there's another barrier but they give it my because of their coup no I'm kind of leader they have now and yet security you can't play around there madam it will some lies and yes imagine mama citizens when you know baby I do ye kra bibi I am mean to free her for fantos obi memu abana ye kunisa irrigation dam te said ye ka Dr. Boga so be Paul Gudami o ya Kenya ne say yanko fa and I'm say we politicize everything and a normal circumstance you can say be one district one dam and then see I will say who is in charge who should make sure sama nipa na anya then I was say yeah but here we are sikanu kura bo obi afedi As a country, that's what we are facing now. Whatever. Sikano. Me say there was a, how do you call it? On my one of Heritage Bank or something. There was supposed to be a bank to be set up. Around 2014 about. At times by, I think it was the Denmark government. But who knows whether the money came or not. But here we are, follow up as to say in the basso and answer maso. We don't care. All we know is the government is going to do SDGs and the country ninja fako. Nothing is happening. Here we are saying how can policies because almost twaso government will ban twaso. E block by dormitory count. But here we are, these things now say we are not doing as a country. After military hospital, I could say. And the government, I told you, say, 69 years. I'll blame both parties. But I prefer, say, parties they've brought policies. The policies alone makes me distinguish myself from MPP and NDC. Because the policies, at least education by, a number of people have gotten it. Yeah. I getting it. Yeah. Can it to buy not the policy diaba. And you free na time your policy. Anamba.
Something that will be able to me
access to it. Yeah. You will say radio.
Structure say road see. No more.
And the roads are be many of my career me pick one town and say the whole year Kumasi roads. Next year Tamale.
Yeah.
About 4 years you can get 4 regions.
The next government
that's I want to be
there are many topics to be on hold.
I'm basically the anyway. I'm saying 10 year strategic plan policy. 10 year no. 4 years old. You are talking about 10 year strategic plan.
Do you see say your constitution yes same one na?
Constitutional review dey ho hia pa. Constitutional review dey ho hia because constitution no 1992 they da che nyamabu o ha na NSU at that time say ho hia biem na be so we say den ya amend bi constitutional review dey ho hia because say ya MP so almost say ministers ya MP so almost say ministers so ya kasa about separation of powers. MP was an executive and nyina see a hwene ni nyina ye o constitution. Constitution dey abeboy. And I say the longest serving constitutional Rollins dey by 1992. Aye adwuma till now egusu ye adwuma. Tie here amendments bi keke ne dey be ni.
Me one of the amendments I feel say ye hia ye papa ne say said 10 years government be a baby say where the nsabe so we mu a wo free abema the next government should make sure so obe complete say na by business
so President Mahama Baba em foforo no o my MP MCs no mo obi tax e mo obi an start new project but rather legacy project na NPP for Niger to one o mo complete bi to ba me constituency ni odwa be north e wo koforedia ho na MPP by na NDC by na omo school bi or you Methodist basic school NDC by omo mana ye South school no na agenda one projects ni bi wo no ma so ye by ye to aso ni nyina legacy projects ye nti ye bu o ma ne sa dia e be koyie rather than say waba
obi abeja to ho se me be hye dia
waba si blocking ye enya se na pese ye fadometries ne ka ho ne ye ni ye ni nyina ye o ma ni sika enye ndi sifo sika ne ye e Ghana sika ye boka to no ma enye ndi sifo ne betua e Ghana ne betua
so le ya jibosia I like this mama mintie
I sorry for no so failure.
The churches
have really failed us. I must say there are some of them the Orthodox people they've contributed 90% to our development in education and health.
Okay.
Why? Because Kwasi schools are Roman for Anglican and Methodist for Nessie. The Presbyterians, the big schools in our country, I'm gonna own schools, I'm gonna see schools, even universities. Government universities, yes, saying. Christian service women are private.
Yeah.
Presby University, Pentecost, Catholic University, Valley USD, our churches in education and health sector, they've done better. But where they failed us, I'm going to 1 month for never buy and anyway. They don't do any development. Oko Malawi, so we are so for now theology certificate, I don't operate. You get it? Obi ndim theology, that's sorry, that inquire sorry. and then go press school them be you kwa oja headmistress beje 50 Ghana 100 week be ba sorry and then starting model we go fia okacha unia okacha ni pa be 20 and I starting bible ya starting bible and I'm starting bible ye ba bompa first oh you nya 200 adenemu ye o ye be samba bi next week nya be bompa 200 ye say na ye ko ye mountains ye jijo bia 5 million ni akoya akwankyere na so funa agi ogotena ko bompa 1 week anu aba on say then it goes, but nobody is regulating these churches. Yes, Ghana as a country. Now, to go good lesbians, one party, house party. Nyama location, hook up for good them party as a country here. And so, me say, as often the 1-man churches, they be more issue. They be on a way to share them, now we do share, and then now we have 2 jobs, we have a shame come. As a country, how are we regulating that? Obiaba no Obia sorry. Many government are even as sorry operating school them be inclusive. You be inclusive because you are not ready to have a church. Roman first started as an omunsidai. Anglican, Methodist, before no operating on your classroom no go. Me say I almost first started, they started in somebody's house. And you school them because they value how the school is. They are motivated. It's at the end of the day, no. Obe start will be fear. Kaka kanjiska no ma kumo hene ne ajelan. Bishop Sapo mo jelan from Uwasa no one sa go see Christian village. A very big land. They say you poku room, say 2 bedroom, Christian village, Samaritan villa home. I get a Matters Jubilee was basic. Ni na that same land. One asori na aje. The 1-man church should tell us so no school ben we see. Oba no hospital ben no 1-man church in the aba. But there are the people anytime they want to criticize, anytime they want to feel say they matter in the country. Mr. Who is regulating them? Yes, the Minister of Religion and Water Chieftaincy or whatever affairs. What is happening? I remember I said one minister be making in the parliament say there are certain churches that is going to be closed, about 200 churches in Accra. 200.
You are working against God's church.
They haven't had the country. I was saying this our perception. It was a sorry quantity never may Madam, in Mobia on qua sorry down. On sorry no chili no eneduma. On qua sorry, but that person is rich, living his life normal. I saw in a comem. They say 1-man churches, those churches should be controlled. I want why a country, you know.
Oh, religion, they say, be more crab, believe you say.
Because I don't know.
They say a creation. Nippon are creating. Am I? So they be controlled.
Because I don't know if they say the Orthodox churches. I'm not sure the reason why they should exist. They should exist because your car infrastructure, schools, development, nursing training now, baby, they are sorry for it. So what is happening? So in Joseph for money, say to money, but even the country has a cool nangasan. Your schools are not so.
And sorry,
at this school, fancy pen.
Basic schools, they're also sorry for the
also basic school. Let me concentrate against Anglican JHS. I will tell you, I'll create 2 cars on a cheap, the same Anglican. Kumasi Anglican, secondary school on a cheap, and a primary JHS. So what is happening? What is happening? Yeah, sorry. There's a lot to be done.
Comment section as a yansam ketwa. A bitch say MPP ni NDC nyina was womuko. A BC police for what upcoming grooming political criminals. Some we say I feel sorry for Ghanaians. We have become so helpless and vulnerable, and these unscrupulous politicians have taken us for a ride too long. We need a third force to come to our rescue. Obi say Ghana no or buy ya go for something only obi aka. Ghana assistant na eka Ghana de no. See enya sam kete ebusi ekwan no wamre no enya ya bia anesa Alexis will last and final words no be abese uchia no betimi amanako e dia mame.
Okay, as we speak as a country o se ekoye no obi anya na afemu de personal feel be also be a discipline onye no wentimi anya so a do your part meme de no no enkoyo bi bo ne mfa nche otim ze Ghana de mame nko wi obi mame nko corruption staffs on you. It doesn't work out well for the country. I me bra penny bako nanaya friend Boogie or papa ye be 21st of March. Mr. Jokum ɛwɔ Susan so ɔne ne maame mama ɔno so wɔ stadium ɛmɛma ɔmo hyɛde na ama yɛbɛ ma adɔfo ate sɛ ɔsɔmo ba na sa afa akonya so ama yɛme Ivory Coast fanate Marisolo Nyango a etesera yɛbɛdi bona arrivé bienvenue au Ghana c'est l'indépendance de Ghana c'est le 6 mars aujourd'hui on va chauffer un peu là Anisette aussi est là voilà teacher boy you are there na me chair go Trinity fan club and also koso achemade and me chair Evans organizer kese aboy juane prophet abode the founder Nelly the team Mr. Derry me chair omina
okay omina jo so Kelvin also last and final words no be episode chia no betimi amana kwa ama
okay Ghana 69 yempeni fona ebi kwa me kuma ma ebi CPP fona ombe ebi pa tesi a Ghanaian youth no John Romani mama say yenye future leaders tesi ya ne leaders no tesi yeye ma oman no yeye man ne because obi no oba be ne ye ama even no tie eya Stumbo Obeka Charles say a lot of black people hate themselves as people. They feel so weak and feeble, which is not supposed to be that way. Oye bibini a no sound so bad then. O mind bit my ye. Ghana youth no you be play role pan say person mind course wa.
Okay.
Na me ko match ya thinking UST phone nyina. And a cry meeting 4:30 to 5 6 p.m. every Friday and any Friday be a thing for Asia.
Okay.
Na masia chia new job enough constituency and this phone nyina.
That's yeah. Okay, woman nyina so Ejo. So Bernard KG Alexis or NPP communication team member. Sasa na Kelvin Osu Williamson so NDC communication team member. Woman and mene womo etwetwe enkomo e wo studio ha. Efa Ghana at 69 years. Also eja minimsem komotwetwe why enjoy. We all have come to understand say Ghana ade ya lucky behind. Nyame aduma mande ye beba betena seneja ya toa enkomotwetwe no so nyume ko bia daroma ena metimidi shoulder nyume de besom Lionage Clinic GH ya se be ma wo mpem agro enkoyie wo yo ba wo hu sansem ye problem de ma wo so arthritis how prostate ya de aja se etete wiye papa ye sebra na eja be ka ha ro amane nyina na ye ma ebibiduru ebetumi etu yade ne nyina se ede afri honom baby a wo bia ro de untumi makra na wo fra me patrosha ni so say ye free consultation wuntu esike bi omi adwuma Mondays ko Saturdays at 8 a.m. and ko see enwumbre 6 p.m. branches near mienu nkramantem no wo mo e was printers and akumasi han wo mo tech maxima 0559658403 and as 0558143438 obetimi afre wo mo e de esiso wo beje ososonko na wo mo ne wo atwetwe enkomo Danis Garage so say car wo pen brabe hu wo mo na wo mo empe bi ma cars ahodro ne nyina ro beba wo mo showroom ho no na ebusua egu ho Mondays to Sundays abrani abrebia no wo mo eye available ntu pe car papa pato car wo to a wo ne aban enya problem car wo to a engine no enkoja wo nsi kwa mu car wo to a enye so wakotofo of 500 cedis ade kyen na ne nyina asa da bi wo mo cars ne de eye quality ankasa wo me chi akwan ekumase asokwa wo mo ne TI Mass ena edi insheni mupe kata Fred Danis Garage 0550623377 na one wo mo entwetwe enkomo mamenda production team na say camera NMC a onso de ma nyina yekuru ba ko pekodwe ye bo ade sanu ejuma ena echegu ye na executive producer so eye Mr Daniel Yebu lawyer fans of shoulder jumedie twedi aponyakopon hia mu nyina ye papa nyame ya aduma Monday exactly 2 p.m. ekosi 4 p.m. yebasa so ajeja na ye de Ghana ho sensem nyina no aba besomo me ametire dwem ene jumedie somo medin ene nana ya se we have a wonderful weekend. We shall meet on Monday, God willing. Mama, bye.
Ene enkoma amenu ebedi no aye low sperm count. Abreni abribia no se eba awade mu a na awo emma ensa de ye point e de kire ema no de bia oba na enwo de bia oba na enwo me pa cho bebre ene me ka no wate ne ye be ma nso enwo Bema enso enwo eti ene yimi kanfo lineage ene etiama bema o low sperm count denti yaka low sperm count et say bema et say woni oba adi ahia woni oba akohia dan mu yes ohunsuo ni beba ohunsuo no entimi ma oba emfa yafuru wo ye bema ene yimi kanfo lineage herbal hospital ene etiama WHO World Health Organization HSE bema sebe o sperm na ebe fiu mu edi agu obam no se emwa na ewo mu no endu 39 million me pacho e was bro 39 million e so asen 39 million it means say o low sperm count me pacho ene emfa won e madodo a ono ma yeden ono omso ada Mr. se kobasa ahoden eni ensuo na efiri mu ba akwamwa no ho nye den a untimi nso yede untimi mu mekanfo Lineage Herbal Hospital ana eno nso ede amount hwan ene betimi enya bi obi o ha o infection wonya gonu wonya syphilis wonya chlamydia obi nso o chronic disease ebi wonya prostate enlargement enam so mo no obehia ensuo ne kitwe bi eneba obi nso o hypertension or diabetes me pacho yade a wow yade kranko no chronic disease no me pacho wonso o ya at risk say wonso ubenya low sperm count obi o ha onum jot obi o ha onum nsan obi o no ba abedan before so no ba abedan eso onum edro me pacho bere ni nyina emma wunya low sperm count obi o wa ye kese emma kese no so ade eno so abro so me kanfo Lion Jaswe eno so edema enkankan munso a moye adwuma e wogya ho moye adwuma e de ohyew eba driver for omoto burudu omonso a sebe omoye welders we pacho bebere wa wogya ho bia no the likelihood say onso ubenya low sperm count no eno so high me kanfo ene Lineage Herbal Hospital eno no so edi amo ya chiri kwan ayemienu Kumasi your tech maxima Kumasi your tech maxima kwan na ko affordable housing no eho ene butu Samson and crime Spintex me pacho Coca-Cola runabout any Shell filling station no ena ene enso edi enhwede mu foni efachi mu oni Dr. Aziz Enkasa e was 0240689641 0240689641 0240689641 na one Lineage eni komo pacha hodie ene yesa yade yenhwe yade menim ebreni so a mentimi smambo yade so a eno nso nkyere se Lineage yensa foni efachi mu ewo ho na bibia enso bitimi akoyi enso edi amawo